Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chase Oliver live Q and A. This is going to be me answering the questions that you guys have already sent in to me. This is to replace the Tuesday Q and A, and I decided to go live because I've been lazy with my uploads lately. Finals are coming up for the school semester. And I got to start studying a little bit more. So yeah, that's why. And also, I might be getting a part-time job soon. So I decided, you know what? Let's do a live Q and A for episode 84 of this rebooted Q&A show. Anyways, I'm not alone. I am here with another YouTuber, another YWC member, someone who I like and you should check out. That's why I'm bringing him on this channel. Please give a warm welcome to my friend, HeelSteven. HeelSteven, how's it going?
Hi.
That's all you have to do. You just have to say hi. So anyways, guys, we will be answering your questions that you guys have sent to me. You guys can leave more questions in the comment section, but I suggest to wait. You can leave your comments on the questions that we've answered, but I suggest you wait until I give you guys an update when you should start sending in your questions. Me and Steven will be here for maybe an hour and a half. We haven't decided yet. Just depends on how long the show goes. And so now let's get started with the questions from the Twitter, because that's how I normally start off these Q&As, these Twitter questions. All right. Who was the last person to ask me a question that I do not remember answering? Oh, yes. CM Punk fan on Twitter asked, why do wrestling fans call a certain group of people the IWC when just about every fan is on the internet? That's a good question. Steven, why is it that us wrestling fans sometimes call certain individuals a part of the IWC?
Because, well, it's the internet wrestling community, and you're talking about wrestling on the internet. That's pretty much it. Like, come on. Like, I mean, I find it funny, right, how people always say, oh, I am not part of the YWC. I'm not part of the IWC. But yeah, you think about it, they're both in this. Let's put it this way, right? Let's consider the IWC this giant tree, right? The tree of might, if you will, right? And there's branches all over. One branch you have, let's say, the blogging community, people that write blogs and articles, right?
The Arcane community.
Yeah, you have that. You also have the podcast community, those who have podcasts on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and all of that, right? And then you have the websites community, like No DQ, WrestleZone, Lords of Pain, and then on this other D branch, all west, that's moving around because of the wind, you have the YWC. Yes. So we're all part of the same shit, pretty much. But I just find it funny how people say, "Oh, I'm not part of this community," but yet you're talking about wrestling on the internet and wrestling on YouTube.com. So it's like, come on, bro. Come on, son.
Yeah, see, for me, I am a part of the IWC. When I refer to the IWC, I'm just saying I'm not the average IWC member. Like, I'm not the guy that's like, yeah, let's go Daniel Bryan. Like, I like Ryback and Cockfist, Roman Reigns. Like, everyone finds that weird that I like bigger wrestlers. So, yeah, it's just that you're a part of the IWC. I also say the IWC, like people who are part of it are more knowledgeable wrestling fans, people who kind of know too much about the business. There's still some fans on Twitter, believe it or not, that believe in kayfabe. If you go on Twitter, you'll see some fans like that hashtag Raw. Click on it one time. You'll see some funny responses by some fans on the Twitter. So yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't know why people just say IWC, but I think that's just to address the whole internet wrestling community as a group when people say it in their videos. We're all a part of it. We're just all different, which is pretty cool sometimes. But most IWC members are not different. They're all the same type of people. Alrighty then. That answers your question, CM Punk fan. Snowdrop asks, why is Vince McMuffin so racist? Oh, Vince McMahon? Why is he so racist? I'll take this one first. I think Vince is so racist mainly because of the time he grew up in. When he was growing up, keep in mind that the media did not like minorities all that much. Blacks, Asians, it didn't matter your skin color. If you weren't a white man, they didn't like you. I mean, look at the NBA. Back when Vince was growing up, it was a dying league. It was dying because of all the black talent that they had there. The white people didn't find any interest in it. And I just feel Vince has never grown up, from that mindset of, like, oh, white people rule and all that other crap. So that's just me. That's just my thoughts on why Vince McMahon is racist. What about you, Steven? Why do you think Vince McMahon is a racist?
You just took the words out of my mouth, bro. Literally. Or if not, you know what? Maybe his ancestors were, they owned slaves. Who knows, right? And they were brought
Yeah.
with that mentality of, hate these kind of people or not. You're fired, or hence why every African American has a stereotypical gimmick, or every Latino has a stereotypical gimmick. Perfect example: the Mexicals. Remember them?
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, the Mexicals, they were like fucking riding on their lawnmowers.
Exactly. Nation of Domination, or now the New Day. It's a new day, guys. Like that. So again, maybe like what Chase said. It has to be from his ancestors, or from what way he was brought up back in the day, back when there was all racism and prejudice, and amongst races and all.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, he's not like Vince is not a spring chicken. It's not like he was growing up in the '90s or 2000s. Like, if he was growing up when we were kids, like, I don't think Vince would be racist at all. But nowadays, it's just like he's been around for so long, and the business is his, and no one's gonna take that business away from him until he dies. So yeah, and even then, I still think Triple H. Like, I always say, he's racist. I mean, yeah, I don't know if you guys watch NXT, but what they did with Angelo Dawkins, if that's not racist, I don't know what is. So,
Can you mind elaborate more on that? Like, I didn't watch it, but what is it all about?
he came out and he was juking and jiving. He was like, "Hey, yo, yeah, let's go, yeah." He was like rapping and shit.
So he's like, so he's a spin-off of Crime Time, pretty much, or
he was like John Cena, kind of. Yeah, John Cena with Crime Time. So it was like he was rapping, but he was doing Crime Time like stuff. Like he was doing that shuffle and shit like that.
Like, yeah, millions of dollars, millions of dollars, millions of dollars. Okay.
Primetime players, yeah. So yeah, he was doing primetime player stuff, yeah. So yeah, that's why I think Vince is a racist. Okay, let's see. Paul Marcalonis asked Q and A. Your reaction at Survivor Series 1990? Instead of the goggly gooker coming out of the egg, it's Tito Ortiz. Fucking Tito.
My reaction would be
fucking Tito. Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, these are the Tito Ortiz jokes I get, Steven. People want to try to make me laugh with these Tito Ortiz jokes, so expect a couple of them. I don't think this is going to be the last one. Jack DeLille asked, what if Team Cena wins at Survivor Series and the new general manager of Raw or SmackDown is announced as Tito Ortiz?
Then wow, that's gotta be Tito Ortiz. Shut up, McMahon. That's gotta be him. It's him.
Fucking
he comes out of the cake. He comes out of the cake. He comes out of the cake. He's joined by Big Dick Johnson and shit, being oiled up and crap. Watch him come out with this flag, the Mexican and U.S. flag, and they play out fucking Mosh by Eminem as he walks down the ramp.
Mosh by Eminem. Would the WWE be able to do that? Like, get that song?
Remember, it's live, right? But if you put it on the network, it'll be, copyrighted music. But
Yeah.
It's WWE. Come on, it's WWE. Come on, if they got cult of personality, I mean, I'm sure they'd be able to get Eminem.
I don't know. I don't know if they could get Eminem because like he probably asks a lot of money for a trademark, especially a song.
How about this? We ask the viewers to let them give us their thoughts on that. Now in the comment section, do you think that WWE could manage to get Eminem to let how do I phrase this? Do you think Eminem would allow WWE to use his theme song, his song Mosh, as Tito Ortiz's theme song if you were to go to WWE? Let us know. No one is wrong as always.
Oh my God! So final limits. You're spamming the comment section. Now let me just say, I will answer the live comments after I'm finishing reading all the other questions. I just want to give that an update for all you guys that are commenting right now. Comment on the questions that are currently going on, and then I will answer. And what's up, Dustin?
Oh no! Oh, fuck that kid. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Oh yeah, that was the idiot.
Hey Dustin, fuck you.
That was the idiot of the week. That was the idiot of the week on the Random Sunday Hangout.
Exactly. You know what? You put it this way, right? And I apologize, Chase. I apologize if I went off and used profanity on this humble chat. I apologize, but
I use profanity all the time, so it's no big deal.
when mutts like him try to make a name for themselves off my expense, mind you, I don't think of myself as the shit or anything like that. It just pisses me off. It really does.
All right. I'll get it later, Mom. My mom was telling me that my dinner was ready. Let's get on with the questions.
Yeah.
Johnny Russo asks, what's up, Chase? What are your favorite tag teams from the Hogan, Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression, and PG eras? Alrighty then. That's an interesting one. Steven, do you have yours, or can I name off mine?
Say that again. What was the question?
What's up, Chase? What are your favorite tag teams from the Hogan, Attitude, Ruthless Aggression, and PG eras?
Okay, from the Hogan era, it's a tie between the Hart Foundation and the Rockers.
Okay. My favorite tag team in the Hogan era, Strike Force. Girls in Cars. Fucking amazing theme song.
Okay.
All right.
Runner-up, honorable mention would be, I would say, Demolition.
Demolition was pretty fucking sick, too. All right, what about the Attitude Era?
The Attitude Era. The Dudley Boys count?
Yeah, they count. They're in the Attitude Era.
Dudley Boys. Honorable mention, the Hardy Boys.
Hardys are my favorite tag team, and Dudley's would be number 2. Ruthless Aggression. This is interesting because there wasn't really that many.
I would say, let's see here. Can think about it, in the Ruthless Aggression era, they put random people together. Random.
Yeah.
I would say, if anything, okay, I would go with Eddie Guerrero and Chavo. Eddie Guerrero and Chavo, or if Eddie Guerrero with Rey Mysterio.
All right. Mine would be La Resistance. They were always fucking awesome.
Honorable mention would be Team Angle.
Team Angle was pretty good. Yeah, but La Resistance is my favorite from the Ruthless Aggression era. I mean, those motherfuckers, whenever they went to Canada, they always won the tag titles. Like, I'm telling you, go watch some Ruthless Aggression era pay-per-views. If that World Tag title match is not from La Resistance, there's something wrong. Because La Resistance was, like, the #1 tag team to get title shots. It was hilarious. And the PG era, there's, like, none that I can think of. So I'm just going to say Miz and Morrison if they don't count Jero Show.
From the PG era, I mean, let's see here. Yeah, let's go with Miz and Morrison. All
right, Miz and Morrison. Yeah, I don't know if they count, so yeah. Alrighty then. And thank you guys for sending in comments. Make sure you guys remember that we will get to those comments later on in the video when we're finishing up with all the other questions you guys asked for us. Chris Stark asked, what if Scott Steiner announced Tito Ortiz's surprise TNA debut? Oh, God. I get Scott Steiner questions a lot, too. People like to make me laugh. I don't know why.
I'm sure Scott Steiner would be using profanity in his promos, using profanity, talking about somebody's wife or somebody's daughter, you know, trying to fornicate. But, you know, hey, that's around the point.
Yeah, that's around the point.
That's around the point, folks. That's around the point. But, yeah, I mean, that'd be funny, though. And have Tito come out with the Mosh theme song with the Mexican U.S. flag. In his random punishment T-shirt, maybe a punishment tank top or punishment, you know, hoodie or a punishment sweater or whatever, punishment Scully.
Oh, fucking punishment gear, dude. Like, you used to have that all over the place.
Hey, if there's one punishment shirt I probably would get would be the Wanted one, but Bin Laden having his cross and shit, I'll probably get that if anything.
Ah, that's a good one. I forgot about that one. Team Punishment. He started the Ultimate Fighter, right?
Now he wore that. It said punish. There you go. It said punish.
Yeah, Punish. Like, he started that when he was doing the Ultimate Fighter, right? He called his team Punished instead of, like,
yeah,
you know, like
Team Punishment. Yeah, because he thought he was special. Yeah, I'm Tito. We call ourselves Team Punished. Then he cried when he got fired by the UFC, whatever, on the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah. All right, then. Waluigi asks, thoughts on the Great Khali's release? Steven, you take this one right now.
Okay, the Great Khali. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, good riddance, another gone gold Khali, no more Khali," and I understand. You know, they made him into a joke as years went on. But to his credit, he was a former world heavyweight champion. Batista, you know, had his injury. I think it was Batista. It was Edge, right? Got hurt.
It was Edge, and they were trying to find a way to keep the title off Batista because they didn't want Batista to hold another world title again. So they were trying to find a way. And I thought they should have given it to Kane, in my personal opinion, around that time. But that's neither here nor there. But continue on what you were saying about Khali.
I mean, it's funny because I remember he came in, he attacked Taker, right? And he was a monster. Yeah. You know, he's very stiff. You know, he moves slow, and on his debut, he beat the fuck out of the Undertaker in his debut. and they were building up to the Punjabi prison match. I think of the Great American Bash 07 or 06.
Oh, 06, you're correct on that one.
Yeah, 06. There you go, 06. I'm amazed. I remember these dates. I'm amazed. But so what happened? So we get to that pay-per-view, and the Great Khali doesn't wrestle the Undertaker. It was the Big Show. I don't know. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that pay-per-view got hurt with injuries. I remember it was like also Batista and Mark Henry were supposed to have their grudge match there, and Mark Henry got hurt. Undertaker got hurt, so Big Show had to replace. There was like another match that got changed. Like that pay-per-view was just like fucking hurt with injuries.
And then I remember, what's it called? I remember that after that they were building up for SummerSlam, I think like a last man standing match, whatever it was, and instead they have Taker beat the fuck out of Khali on the go home show of SmackDown.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, you know, he could have been something, he could have been a monster, but they made him into a joke as years progressed. And to his credit, former world champion, whether y'all like it or not, you know.
Yeah, for me, it was like with Khali. The problem that they did with him was that like they went too long in this world title reign, and they made him, kind of like a joke, like you said later on in his career. Like I felt like with this world title reign, 1 month, that's it. Why did he have to go all of summer as champion? This guy is not a dude that can be a champion for a long time. Someone that you give the belt to because it's an attraction, because it's a 7'3" tall giant, yeah. But that works for 1 month to make him credible. You can't have it where this guy's your champion for a long period of time. That's just physically impossible. You know, he just cannot. He's not that type of performer that can go out there and put on a different match with anyone else. Like if you see one Batista Great Khali match, you've seen them all. There's no reason to go fucking pay, you know, $50 to go see them wrestle again, like at another pay-per-view. So that's why they kind of messed up with him, is that they just made him way too long of a world champion, and they made him into a joke. They never gave him other storylines besides that he was a monster. They never made it where it's just like, oh, we need to change this guy up. No, he's still a monster. So it's kind of the WWE's fault for ruining him. But even then, it's also WWE's fault because, like, you went to India, and that was the best you could find. Is this goof? You couldn't find anyone else?
I think also because at the time, remember, he did The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that's true. It's
so the fact that he was a movie star, and also I think he's a big star in Bollywood, which is India's version of Hollywood. So I guess to have that, you know, relationship with the Indian market, you know, even though it could have been, like, for example, the guy they brought in TNA, that could have been someone that, all right, you know what, if you try to attract the Indian market, sign someone like him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot his name, but I think he was part of that Rinka King a couple years ago.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He never really did anything, but yeah, I agree. Alrighty then, let's see. What are the? I keep jumping between my tabs. I'm trying to figure out which tab am I on with that. All right, so Paul. No, we already answered that one. What the fuck is about?
What I normally do for Q&As is I just copy and paste everyone on a WordPress and just read from there.
Yeah, I have way too many fucking questions to do that. Chase Allen asks, Q&A, what are your thoughts on Lucha Underground Wrestling? Have you seen it, at least heard of it? I gave my thoughts on the last Q&A on it. Look, I'm just saying right now, it's not my cup of tea. I don't hate it. I don't think it's garbage, and it's just not my cup of tea. Wrestling's already as scripted and fake as it is now. Why would I want to watch something that is just like those backstage segments make wrestling look even more stupid? That's just my personal opinion. Match-wise, it's a really good promotion. Go check it out. I have no problem if people like Lucha Underground, they want to watch it. Just know it's not my cup of tea. I mean, they have some good matches. I won't deny that, but it's just not my cup of tea. It's a good alternative if you're looking for something different. I just don't like those backstage segments. It doesn't feel right to me. You know, just know, for me, it's not all about the matches. It's everything that goes into a show. That's why you put on the show in the first place. So those backstage segments, man, if they weren't so fucking fake and scripted and look like a bad soap opera, I would watch Lucha Underground more. Just telling you right now. If I want to watch a bad soap opera, I go watch a bad soap opera.
Word.
Just going right there.
Telemundo or Univision, but, you know.
Yeah.
But to me, you know, again, I think it's a good product if you are a wrestling purist. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect example was the main event of the first episode. Prince Puma, as we all know, is Ricochet under a mask. That resembles a lot to Curry Man's, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. Versus Johnny Mundo, John Morrison. I think, you know, that itself was a good main event. I feel that it's pretty much a movie with wrestling, pretty much. That's the vibe that I get from it. Like watching a movie with wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, for example, those backstage promo that you were talking about, it feels like I'm watching a Spanish soap opera almost. You know?
Yeah, that's my problem with it. Like, if I want to watch something bad that's a soap opera, I'll just go watch it. So that's just me.
And the fact that you have Chavo Guerrero turning heel, I just can't buy that. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate. I respect Chavo as a performer. Don't get me wrong, but is there anybody out there that can take Chavo as a top heel of a company?
No, I can't take that shit seriously. No one could take him seriously as a top babyface of a company. So, what makes me think he's going to be a good heel? So, yeah, but Lucha Underground's not bad. Don't think it's like terrible or anything just because I said something about that I don't like it. It's fine for what it is. It's a good alternative towards WWE or TNA. So go check it out. I say you can check it out. If I didn't say go, if I said avoid it, then yeah, I didn't like it. But I'm at least telling people you can still check it out. I don't think it's that bad. Just not my cup of tea. Firefly asks, what if Eric Rowan wiped out the Authority at Survivor Series, then defeated Cena to win the WWE title, then went on to beat Lesnar for the WWE title, becoming the face of the company? The fuck is this garbage? Garbage man Eric Rowan becoming face of the company? I'll stop watching wrestling. That's terrible. Oh my god, no. No, that's not how the fuck is he going to beat Cena and Brock for the title? What, is there 2 WWE titles floating around? You're going to just grab both of them? Oh, no. Firefly, I attempted you were trying to be humorous with this one, but you don't make jokes with garbage man Eric Rowan, okay? There's no funny. It's a sad funny, the fact that he's main eventing Survivor Series. That's pathetic.
You know,
and I'll talk about that later.
That reminds me when, what's his name? Darren Young main event in SummerSlam, remember 2010?
Yeah.
So they've kind of, but again, you know, I just think the guy was trolling, to be honest. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I know. Like a lot of my people who ask questions do humorous questions, which I'm fine with because I'm a humorous guy. But it's like you have to find the right people for it. When I'm laughing at Eric Rowan freaking main eventing a pay-per-view, that's not a laughter of that's just hilarious. That's laughter of how sad it is that he's main eventing.
Eric Rowan looks like a tall, skinny, muscle version of Action Bronson. I'm a fan of Action Bronson now, you know, but still.
No, it's just a funny comparison, you know. Oh god, yeah, yeah. So Eric Rowan becoming face of the company? Oh hell no. Largest 85 asks, do you think Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler would make a good heel tag team? No. Why? The Dolph Ziggler has never played a good heel in his career. Never. The only time he was a good heel was when he was doing that "Hi, I'm Dolph Ziggler" shtick. Any other time he needed someone to give him heel heat. So no, like
Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah, Vicky Guerrero, AJ Lee to one point, Big E. So like no, like why? Like Tyler Breeze's shtick is good. Like I like his shtick. I don't see how he meshes well with Dolph Ziggler's shtick whatsoever. Dolph Ziggler's shtick is like any other undersized babyface in the WWE, the underdog that the Authority is trying to hold down. So. Yeah, I don't think they would make a good heel tag team whatsoever. That's just my opinion. What about you, Steven?
Again, I agree too. Everything you said, you know, Dolph Ziggler as a heel always needed someone, you know, to give him that heel heat. Vicky Guerrero, AJ Lee, hell, even the Spirit Squad back when he was Nikki, you know, or Chavo Guerrero when he was the caddy to an extent. But I just feel like he should just stay as a singles guy. Even though he lost his title, but you know, still Tyler Breeze. I like the gimmick, you know. The whole model, whatever. I dig it, you know. Hopefully he debuts in the main roster soon.
Yeah, let's hope he does. I like his shtick. I think it's funny. I like when he comes out with the cell phone and his face is on the Titantron.
I remember he did I think he did a vignette or a promo backstage. He was like to a girl. The girl was beautiful too. Like, hey, do you want to take a picture? of me.
Me? That was a good one. I remember.
Like he had the girl like right here. I was like, of me?
Of me? And then later on, the girl's like, "Oh my God, really? Did you just ask me that?" I love how he says Devin's name too. He's like, "Shut up, Devin." Like it's just like that. Like Devin's perfect with Tyler Breeze. I think they mesh well together from commentary. You uggos, yeah. I love that phrase too. All right, John Cool asks, how pissed off would the Shrug Daddy be if Jeff Jarrett got inducted in the 2015 Hall of Fame? Honestly, man, he wouldn't even address it. So I don't think he'd be pissed off.
He wouldn't say it to his face, though. He wouldn't say it to his face.
Mhm.
He wouldn't go to Jeff Jarrett's face say that shit. Nah. That's the
Mhm.
problem also with the IWC. Got a lot of these people talking that rah-rah shit.
Obviously, you don't know Shug Daddy that well, Steven.
Hey, easy. All you gotta do put a pencil right here and you're good to go.
Hey, he said some shit to wrestlers' face before at the Hall of Fame that he went to. At the Dan Gable Hall of Fame, he's talked some smack to JBL before, and him and JBL had some chat. So, and he's talked some smack to. He's not afraid to do it.
Yeah, in that case, I take back what I said.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know the Shug Daddy that well. I've known Shug Daddy since he first started on YouTube, so I know that he ain't afraid to say that to anyone's face. So.
Well, like I said, I take back what I said then, as you were.
Ferris Kenny.
But I'm still keeping the pencil right now.
Ferris Kenny 221 asks, "What if in Royal Rumble 2007 instead of John Cena, it was Tito Ortiz and he came out with his arms crossed?" Okay, look, guys, the Tito Ortiz jokes. Here's the thing. This is how you make a Tito Ortiz joke funny. One, you have to talk about how it needs to be hyped up to some big extent. Two, it needs to be associated with the stupid storyline to make it ultra pathetic.
I got it.
Three, hold up. Let me explain still. And three, it can't replace something awesome. John Cena's return at the Royal Rumble, I'll be honest here, that's probably one of the top 10 Royal Rumble surprises ever. That shit was crazy. No one thought John Cena was coming back. Everyone thought Cena was done till summertime. Like he was supposed to be gone till summer. And he comes back like this and fucking like that shit's epic. Whether you're a John Cena fan or not, if you look at just wrestling moments in Royal Rumble, that is like a top 10 Rumble moment in my personal opinion. That shit was awesome because, and even Madison Square Garden, they even popped for Cena a bit. They're like, okay, we may hate you inside the ring, but the fact that you're here and somehow you're here back early, holy fucking shit. That's one of the best returns he's ever done in his career, and probably one of his best works in his career, in my opinion. So, yeah. But go on what you were saying, HeelSteven.
Okay, you want to say something funny, right? Okay, I got one for you. Imagine WrestleMania 28, right? Once in a lifetime, right? You have The Rock versus Tito Ortiz in the biggest, most anticipated match of the year. It's about to go down, and they're preparing, they're working out, right? You see Tito, you know, with the guy that trained TJ Penn for his last fight. What was the guy's name? I forgot his name. Fuck.
Keep going. This is hilarious.
But you know what I'm talking about, the guy that trained BJ and shit.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Just keep going with this.
And you see him working in the midst for the video promo and shit, working in the midst, and they get to the match. You see Tito coming down with the flag. You have The Rock come out, and literally 5 minutes into the match, The Rock kicks Tito Ortiz right in the stomach, and he collapses. He loses the match. It's over. Glass stomach. It's over.
Now that's a Tito Ortiz.
You don't want to say that, right? Because Lil Nog, you know, knocked Tito Ortiz out.
Tito Ortiz's stomach's weak as fuck.
Why didn't you use that? Hey, Stephen Bonner, why you didn't use that, huh? Why you hit him in the stomach?
Yeah, that's all you need to do. Reed 19 asks, who should have been the first black WWE champion? Farouk, Ron Simmons. He could have been the first black WWE champion. Ahmed Johnson. And then you can go Bobby Lashley. And then I guess Shelton. I like Shelton. He's athletic as fuck. I do believe he should have been a main eventer. But even I want to make him my WWE champion for a long time. At least a month, but not a long time. Lashley I would have just to, you turn him heel. He would have been good. And I just felt Lashley just looked imposing, like he didn't need to talk to be in the main event just because he was so imposing looking. Yeah. That's why I would suggest him as champion. But those three come into mind. But I would say Farouk should have been the first one, because he was the first black WCW champion. It would have been cool for him to be the first black WWE champion as well.
Okay. Who should have been the first African-American WWE champion, right? I was a fan of this guy's work back in the 80s. Bad News Brown.
Oh, Bad News Brown, yeah.
Bad News Brown should have been it.
And he was the one heel that everyone hated. See, that was a great gimmick. Yeah, I agree. That's a good one right there. Bad News
Brown should have been. Then followed by, I would have said Special Delivery, SB Jones, but nah, not hell no. I would have said, Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog. Yeah, Junkyard Dog could have been. I see more of a Bad News Brown Brown because like he was at least a good heel that worked very, very well. Like Junkyard Dog was more of like a mid card shtick in my opinion, but Bad News Brown that could have worked in the main event, especially if you got like a program with Hogan. That'd have been good for Hogan too. Or Warrior, yeah,
exactly.
or Warrior, so
or Macho Man, or the Macho Man.
Yeah.
Or followed by obviously Ron Simmons, then by Ahmed Johnson. I guess you could have made Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, I thought Lashley was going to take that belt off Cena at SummerSlam before he got injured.
Or if not, they could have done when they did that little program for Triple H and Shelton Benjamin. If Triple H was the champ at the time, that could have been it. Remember, he beat him when he came back when Shelton got drafted to Raw. Remember, he beat Triple H. Remember?
Yeah.
Whatever.
He beat Triple H with the T-bone.
Yeah, with the T-bone suplex. There you go. And after that could have been the build. Hey, I'm a new guy on Raw, and then I just beat the world champion or whatever the fuck.
Well, Triple H wasn't world champion. The Ghost was the world champion.
Oh yeah. Vacant. Oh, you mean Vacant? Okay.
Yeah, Vacant was the world champion at the time. He held it until SummerSlam. Actually, it was really impressive. That was the longest streak of Vacant's career. I love Watermelon 525. Asks, why did you not like Lucha Underground? Do you honestly prefer WWE and TNA over it? I bet if they had muscle-bound wrestlers that you like, it wouldn't you, since you get a boner for the big guys. You are not easy to please, are you? What the fuck? Okay, first of all,
can I please?
Yeah, sure, go right ahead.
Okay, this is the problem with this community. People are so emotional of people's opinions. That's the problem with this community. Like, people are so based off your opinion. People are so emotional.
Yeah, it's not like I called it trash. I just said it's not my cup of tea. Like, look, do I prefer WWE over it? Yeah, I do, and I'm going to be honest here. Is WWE better than it overall? Not really. I feel like they're equal when it comes to what I see on TV. But professional-wise, WWE's a better promotion than Lucha Underground / AAA. Here's the thing. Lucha Underground does have big wrestlers. Do you forget that I'm an Ezekiel Jackson fan, that I actually like Big Zeke? I'm one of the few Ezekiel Jackson fans out there in the world. He's down there, and it's not making me want to fucking watch it. Just saying.
Or Judas Messias.
Yeah, Judas Messias.
AKA what this? I mean, again, everyone has an opinion. Everyone has a preference, you know. It's like a video I did a couple days ago on Sean's View, and I said, not everyone has their own preference, whether it be just WWE or TNA or Ring of Honor or New Japan Pro Wrestling. Again, it's whatever suits you, It's like when you go on a plane, right? You sit on that chair and you want to sit up your own way throughout the flight. That's pretty much how it is.
Yeah, so like you didn't need to insult me just because I'm easy to. Don't get me wrong. I liked when WWE does continuity. I was happy with that. Like, look, just because I have a different opinion on a TV show than you does not make me lesser than you, and does not make you lesser than me just because you like it more than me. I mean, if you like it, good for you. You like that show. For me, I'm just not a big fan of Lucha Underground. That's just me. But I'm not saying people avoid it. It's terrible. I'm not saying that. It's not like CZW where I'm saying you should never watch that garbage. It's like it's a good show for if you like bad, super duper terrible backstage promos. And if you like good matches, you're going to see it on there. So for me,
I'll give you an example. I'm not the biggest fan of Bellator. I'm not a big fan of it. Does that make me a brand whore to the UFC? No. Just the fact that but I like the World Series of Fighting. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Everyone has their preference. Shit.
Yeah, no. See, like that's sometimes like, and then another thing, I don't know how many times I have to defend it. I am not a complete muscle mark. Do I like bigger wrestlers? Absolutely. I love my Rybacks. I love my cockfist Roman Reigns. I love those big guys. I love my Dave Batistas. But look who's in my fucking profile pic before you think I don't like smaller wrestlers. Do you think I would have paid $60 extra just to meet Rey Mysterio if I hated him?
Exactly.
I'm just saying, like, I love smaller wrestlers. Jericho, Mysterio, Guerrero. Like, I love these smaller wrestlers, man. Like, shit. AJ Styles.
Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost. Back in the day. Back when he was a good person and did not do stupid shit.
Christopher Daniels. Ricochet. AR.
I'm not that big of a Ricochet fan. I like
I like his work. I think he's there.
He's good, but I'm not like a big fan of his.
Alex Shelley, Chris
I
Sabin.
love Shelley. I love Shelley. Shelley's underrated. I wish. I'm surprised Shelley has never made the WWE because Kevin Nash loves the shit out of him. Every shooter.
Apparently he did. Apparently he had a tryout. There was rumor that he was going to join, but at the end he decided to take New Japan's deal.
Yeah, which is understandable. If you look at Shelley's position, like, do you really want to go to developmental, like, and stuff like that? Because like Kevin Nash, like, if you listen to any Kevin Nash shoot interview, I find it funny where he talks about like Eddie and Benoit were bad for the business, but yet he loves Alex Shelley. Like any shoot interview, he's like, oh, I love Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley's the greatest. One of the top 10 talents of today. So I'm like, oh my god, you love the shit out of this guy.
Or Kazarian, another example.
Kazarian's amazing. Yeah, he should be in the E. I hope he wants to come back one day.
Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode's not a smaller guy.
Medium. You know.
Yeah, Austin Aries I like too. Yeah,
Austin Aries. Kenny King.
Yeah, Kenny King's good.
The Wolves, but you know, we can go for hours. But you know, that's a video for another day. You know.
Pielto Nelton asks, "Are you going to get a next gen system anytime soon? So which one are you getting?" Steven doesn't play video games, so I'll just take this one.
I do. I'm more of I'm big on the sports game, FIFA. You know, UFC game, WWE, Fight Night. Hopefully. EA Sports come out with a new Fight Night game, but you know it is what it is.
Yeah, for me probably PS4 at this point because of my TV behind me. It's a big box, and this TV does not run on HD, so yeah. So probably PS4 at this point. Nintendo Fanboy 1998 asks.
Same thing here with me. I right now got a 360, but I don't have live, so don't ask for gamer tag or anything like that. Even if I did, I'd probably lose to a 12-year-old kid. But I'll probably get a PS4 after February, after tax season.
Yeah. Nintendo Fanboy 1998 asks, should WWE bring back the dangerous scaffold match that WCW used to do and have guys like Ambrose and Rollins fight on there? No. Scaffold matches were bad, man. Like, they weren't even that good in the 80s. Like, Jim
Cornette like, busted both his legs or I think whatever it was. His kneecap.
He tore both his ACLs. He tore both of them jumping off that damn scaffold. Like, to me personally, scaffold matches work for a certain storyline, mainly tag team storylines. That's when I feel like they work the best. One-on-one storylines, look, this is a scaffold match nowadays. If they did it today, these motherfuckers would do most of the wrestling in the ring, and then the last 2 minutes they'd be up there in the scaffold. Is that really a scaffold match? No, it isn't. They could have just had a regular #1 match. I don't need to see a human body fly 17 feet in the air.
A perfect example of that, I think, was what was it? It was AJ Styles versus Rhino in that.
God fucking damn, dude.
And then the year after they did James Storms and Rhino, which I thought was like, really?
Yeah, and what they do, Steven, just like what I explained.
And I think Rhino was supposed to take the bump. He was supposed to in that first one, but AJ like, no, I'll do it. I'll take the bump because apparently he didn't trust how Rhino would land, whatever it was. I think that was the situation, but don't quote me on it.
And also AJ said that he wanted to keep heel heat on him.
Yeah, exactly.
And get some babyface reaction towards Rhino. So no scaffold matches. Jack the talking dildo asked, which WrestleMania did you like the most out of these three?
What?
Yeah, that's his name.
Jeff?
Jack the talking dildo, yeah.
Jack,
all right.
Okay, talking dildo. We're talking to a dildo. Okay.
Yeah. Which WrestleMania did you like the most out of the three? WrestleMania 17, 18, or 19? Out of those three, for me, 19. 17's main event made me cry as a little kid, and I still hate that main event ending to this fucking day. 18 really only had one match for me, Rock and Hogan. 19 was a really good show. Like, I like that show, but the problem with 19 for me is I have to watch that in segments. Like, I can't sit down in one sitting and watch it just because the main event portion of the card, like, this is how it goes when I watch WrestleMania 19. Beginning portion of the card, I'm really bored during that. That was a bad beginning to a WrestleMania. But then you get to Triple H and Booker T. After Triple H buries Booker T, I get pissed off and I fucking can't watch because I'm like, why the fuck didn't Booker T win the world title? Then afterwards, I have it where, you know, I go rewatch it again, and then I'm at the point of Hogan and McMahon, I think at this point. That would be one of the matches. After Hogan and McMahon, like, I'm kind of tired after watching that one because that shit was awesome. Then I go watch Austin and Rock's Finisher Fest. And then afterwards, I'm just too lethargic. I can't even watch the main event, even though it's a good match between Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. So I'll watch that later on. So it's like it takes me a long time to watch WrestleMania 19. It's a good show. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a really good WrestleMania and doesn't get as much love as it should. Well, it does get love, but I don't think it gets as much love as being a top 5 Mania as it should. But it's just I can't sit down and watch that in one sitting. I get too lethargic during that.
I think it's remembered more because of Brock's botch of the shooting star press.
Yeah.
More than anything, he almost killed himself.
Which one do you prefer out of those three?
That's a good question, man. 17, 18, 19. Oh my! I'd say 18.
18? Oh,
simple fact that Rock Hogan.
Steven, how dare you say 18 over 17? Like, oh.
Don't get me wrong, I love 17 too. I love it, But then again, the main event was Rock Austin. We saw that at 15. You know what I'm saying? Even though, the heel turn at the end, which in my opinion, to me that was the end of the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Think about it. That was the end. That segment right there when McMahon and Austin shook hands in the middle of the ring. That ended, and we had Jim Ross say, "Austin sold his soul to the devil, you son of a bitch," and you kind of,
Yeah, and you can also tell that it was a bad ending because even Austin himself says nowadays, like, I wish I would have changed the ending. Just Inside asks, why were there no DLC for the game Legends of WrestleMania? Because WWE said that you can import the whole SmackDown versus Raw, I think 2009 roster into that game, so they consider that DLC. It's a great wrestling game that no one talks about, but yeah, there should have been.
I bought the game, and that was my big regret. Because at the end of the day, it was just a shitty game.
I loved it. I loved that game.
To me, the pinfall concept was confusing. I think that was the first time where they were trying to, develop that whole thing where you hold the X button, you had to let it go when it gets to the little spot, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was the first they're developing that, even with the Royal Rumble. But other than that, though, I mean, it was there. But
all right. I love that game, man. So we'll just have to agree to disagree on that.
Exactly. See, he disagrees with me, but we getting mad? No.
I'm not screaming at him like, how do you not love that game? It's awesome.
Exactly.
I debate if you say something that's completely off, because I know people that don't like Legends of WrestleMania, which I understand because they said, oh, it's too simple of a game, or I
just felt like they were missing some legends. There's some legends that were missing from that game.
Yeah, that's why it should have deserved some DLC too. I agree on that one, but. Let's go to Jack Trice, who asks, Q&A, if you could have changed anything back to how it used to be on YouTube, what would you change and why? I would change where the tag system is the most important system, because nowadays the most important system is your description box. So now you have to fucking flood your description box with all these stupid things just to get fucking views. Not only that, custom thumbnails, I mean, they look professional, they look nice and all. I would get rid of those, man, because it's just like, it's hard enough even for us YouTube shooters to get some views nowadays, but it sucks because
time out there, buddy. Time out there. Hold on there. I mean, it's easy. Just go on Google.com or take a screenshot of what's happening on Raw. Take a screenshot and put that as a thumbnail and put in the title. Highlights results. Highlights full show results. Anybody can do that now. You know what I mean? In the title.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I would fix, and I apologize if I interrupt. I apologize, but
no, it's fine.
One thing I would fix is, what? Don't give everybody the same thing that a partner would get. For example, I'm partnered with Maker Studios, and as a partner, I'm able to so much shit. For example,
wait, who are you partnered with? Like, who's your main affiliate?
Maker Studios.
Is that with Social Blade?
I think so, yeah, Social Blade.
Yeah, you get out of that, because I'll tell more later. I don't think we're allowed to talk about contracts.
I mean, at the end of the day, I got a job, so it's whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm not like some other YouTubers here that depend on the YouTube. But that's another day. That's another day. But what I would do though, again, if you're a part, don't give everybody the same privileges that a partner would get. For example, live streaming is another one. Everybody does them nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody does them. It's the same thing, the same flow. I guess as well. Remember how back in the day, before they profile and shit. Back in the day, you could customize your profile to the point where
Yeah, make your profile look legit. Like that's another thing I miss. Like the old YouTube was like those customizable profiles where like nowadays everyone's channel looks the same. It looks so bland and boring.
exactly.
Back then you could have like a cool background or something like that. So
And I
yeah,
remember,
man.
and also don't ask us for our full name, our government name and shit. Like
Oh
about
yeah,
he asked, "Do you want to change to your full name?" Like, no, I don't want to change to my full name. I
they
want to
didn't
keep
even
it.
ask me that shit. They fucking just changed it, and then I changed it back to Chase Oliver 68. But I wasn't allowed to comment as Chase Oliver 68. So I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I even said in a forum that this is like part of a business type of thing. And even then, Chase is not even my real name, but still, I was like, "Fucking A, what the hell?" But yeah,
Exactly.
I just wish they changed. And also like help out some of the smaller channels. Like back in the day, I'm just being honest here. Back in the day when I first started into YWC and stuff like that, I was getting subscribers up the ass, like just crazy amount of
Oh,
subscribers. So just because,
I struggled.
oh
I
really?
struggled. But I used to have another channel when I started in the YWC 2011, right? My first channel was Mr. 908 Steven, and
No.
all my videos would literally be off an iPhone 3GS, right? And mind you, the iPhone.
That's why you were so familiar before I saw HeelSteven. I was like, man, this guy yeah, I remember that old channel.
So my videos would literally be, remember back in the day, the iPhone didn't have the front camera, right?
hmm
So I would have the camera just literally staring like this, and I'd have something holding it. And I used to be back in my room, whatever, back in my old house, and my people just walk in and shit, like, what the fuck is this kid doing? But it was just annoying though, because the camera would just fall over and shit, and it is what it is. But I agree though, this should be an advantage also for smaller channels as well.
Yeah, because like back in the day, they would help out as much channels as long as you were showing that you were growing. Like that was the thing with me. They showed that I was growing, I was gaining subs a lot, so they would help. But nowadays, if like I'm sorry, it's true to a lot of you guys that want to start YouTube wrestling channels, it's going to be hard for you, and you're going to see a lot of fucking struggles because a lot of people like when it comes to YouTube channels, the popular ones are like Sean's View.
Stevie Breach,
Stevie Breach, the Lex Man,
Luigi, PS3,
yeah, him and
her,
Wrestling Gurus.
actually, to her.
Yeah, and Wrestling Gurus.
Like, yeah, you're like, yeah, whatever. So
Yeah, I'm just naming the channels. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, also, yeah,
helps those channels out because they're more popular. They don't help out the smaller channels that are growing. It's just they help out the bigger channels. So that's just how it is when it comes down to it.
And again, YouTube nowadays helps out the big channels, the one that makes them money. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is.
Jack Trice, I'll get to your second question in the next Q&A, buddy, because I would save that for another time. Randy Bassetti asks, Q&A, what if WWE had a wrestler debut who looks like you, and that's your real name, of Richard Oliver? I think you said one of your old Q&As that your name is Richard, or it was Dick Oliver.
What?
No, my real name is not Richard, it's Christopher. But
Right?
I have friends named Richard, but I would love it. And especially if his name was Dick Oliver, that would be just a parody character of me. Could you imagine? Like it's like, oh, there's Dick Oliver. He makes those YouTube videos on us all the time. Like I'd love that. Fuck yeah, hell, that would be my wrestling gimmick, Dick Oliver.
What up, Dick? Hey, Dick.
Dick
Coming
Oliver here.
Coming down the aisle by way of whatever well he weighs, Dick Oliver.
I would love that, and then I go out there and I'm like, I didn't like the finish to that last match. It was horrendous. Or you call that storytelling? Like, why is it that you guys are cheering for Daniel Bryan? This guy is overrated. Like, I love Dick Oliver.
How dare you? How dare you?
That would just be Dick Oliver. I don't think Daniel Bryan's overrated. I think he's over appreciated, if that makes any sense. But
Exactly.
The Savvy Yes Man yes. Have you ever seen any of Chino's porno movies or scenes from them? If so, what are your thoughts?
I have. What was it? I think it was the one where they imitated WWE. There's a scene with her, Lisa Ann, and some guy who pretended to be Vince McMahon. The scene where she fucked the fuck out of the guy, and Lisa Ann, who's supposed to be Stephanie, was there joining them and shit. Doesn't matter. Yeah, she was fucking her dad pretty much. Then the final scene where China got gangbanged by Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, John Cena, Bret the Hitman Hart, X-Pac, and I think with the Undertaker also.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle. Yep.
I've never seen it before, but maybe I'll check it out just because.
It's Shawn Michaels.
No, okay, Shawn Michaels. Bill Bradford asks, what if Vince screwed John Cena at Survivor Series? Would that help Cena and the WWE? Oh, yeah. A screw job would happen, but they would have to make it feel like it's real and not scripted like they've done in the past. It's like, oh, he's in a sharpshooter. Ring the bell, damn it. Like, you have to make it seem a little bit realistic to the point where it doesn't come off too fake. That's what made the Montreal screw job. Which, in my opinion, is the best work in professional wrestling history. It's not a screw job. Bret Hart fucking and Vince planned this shit. You guys will disagree with that, but it's true. Bret Hart is a genius when it comes to that.
Or have Rusev, Mashkara, put John Cena in that accolade, right? He had that shit locked in. You have Vince, ring the bell. Bim, bim, bim.
Yeah, you would have to also make it seem real. You can't make it seem fake. So, yeah, it would help Cena for sure and the WWE make it interesting, because actually people would actually have sympathy for Cena. But then again, would it really hurt? Would people really care all that much? Because a lot of people hate John Cena because he wins all the time. Why would we be upset that he got screwed out of a win? Everyone would appreciate it more, I guess. So, Redwood316 asks, hey, Chase, do you think the older wrestling games were much better than the newer ones? I'm not trying to say the newer WWE games are bad or anything. I just enjoy the older wrestling games a lot more because of how fun and arcadey they were. And I'm talking about the games WrestleMania 2000, WCW versus NWO Revenge, No Mercy that were on the X64, and games like SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth, and Here Comes the Pain for the PS2. Yes, man, I think older wrestling games so much better than new ones. Motherfuckers are still playing like SmackDown versus Raw 07 and whatnot, man. Like, people still mod No Mercy to this day with the current rosters. Like, I've seen No Mercy mods that are crazy with all the 2014 rosters for every promotion. Yeah, man, dude. Like, older wrestling games are so much better than the newer ones. The newer ones, they just don't have the right engines. Like, it's just a roster update. They should just make a video game called WWE The Game. And it's just like every year there's like an update patch that you have to pay money for, and you put it into there, and then all of a sudden it just updates the roster for you. And updates graphics and shit. So that's what I say they should do.
To me, my favorite game will always be, WWE No Mercy.
Yeah, No Mercy's a shit. No Mercy, Here Comes the Pain, man.
That was the after school game back in the day. After school, just put that shit in and turn on the N64 and just go all out.
And also nowadays, I feel like with the wrestling game, because see, the good thing about every sports game nowadays is that you can have a friend pick up and they can play it too. I feel wrestling games nowadays, and this is my problem with the newer UFC, is like, if you know how to do the ground and your friend doesn't know how to do the ground, you're going to kick his ass all the time. But, like, with the wrestling games nowadays, I don't feel like you can have someone come over and pick it up because the controls are so confusing and stuff. And I get it's more for the hardcore purist wrestling fans, but a good thing about any video game is that anyone else can play it. Like, if you can have your girlfriend sit beside you and play that. Like, my ex and I, we used to play Madden and freaking NBA 2K. She knew it was like, what are the buttons? X is a shoot. Oh, okay, I know how to play this game now, even though she doesn't know how to play this game at all. So, like, really, to be honest, like, they made the wrestling games too confusing. Like, I can give someone a controller, but here comes the pain, tell them X is to strike, circles to grapple, triangles to run. That's all you need to know. Circle down is to pin. They know what's up. They know how to play the game.
Exactly. I agree with that, too.
Now I think wrestling games are, because I was seeing some 2K15, and I was like, damn, dude, this shit looks confusing. Clarkson Lopez asks, sorry about this, my freaking contact is fucking up again. How racist would the WWE be if they made all their black and Asian wrestlers jobbers and give them stupid stereotype gimmicks? Oh, don't they already do that?
Exactly. I mean,
what do you mean that they did that? They already do that shit. That's why I call them racist. They already do that shit. This New Day? Do you think this New Day faction is anything but a jobber team? Like a tag team? Tag teams are jobbers nowadays. I mean, Los Matadores are in the tag team division. So that just proves a point there. Yeah, they already do that. Like, yeah, Kenta is like this, or Hideo Itami is the saving grace for the Asian population. For the black wrestlers, I don't know. Well, for all you my brothers out there, who's the one black wrestler you would cut down and say that's the saving grace of the WWE? I
Mark
can't think of
Henry.
one.
Mark Henry.
Like seriously, like I can't think of one.
R-Truth.
Truth, I guess. I guess maybe. Matt.
Never mind. My bad. He's not in WWE no more.
Bobby Lashley. Yeah, Bobby Lashley would be the saving grace. Jake Loomis asks, what did you think of Chris Jericho beating Triple H for the WWF Championship at Raw of the year 2000, but then was stripped of the title and pretend like the title never changed hands? For me, I thought it was one of the best Raw moments ever and a great way to help elevate Chris Jericho to be a future main eventer for the company. And all that time, it makes me wish Raw would do more stuff like that once in a while, especially for the fact Raw is 3 hours. Oh, yeah, no, I agree. That was a great Raw moment. I was pissed off at the time because like Jericho was one of my favorites more so than Triple H because that was one of Triple H's many reign of terrors that he had in the WWE. So I particularly liked that moment. I thought it was a great way to kind of give you that shock moment that you barely see on Monday Night Raw. When's the last time we had a good shocking moment? What, Seth Rollins turning heel? We don't get those fun shocking moments anymore. Those fun, oh my God, I can't believe that happened moment. Like
Mark Henry attacking Cena when he was supposed to retire.
Yeah, that was a fucking great one. That was amazing shit. I thought Mark Henry was done too. I did not see that shit coming. I was like, God damn, that sucks that they're losing Mark Henry. So, but yeah, man, like they need more moments like that where it's just like, I can't believe that shit happened. Because like you said, like it helped elevate Jericho to be a main eventer because you would, if you watch Raw nowadays and you saw John Cena as WWE champion defending against, let's just throw in fucking, who's a guy like Dolph Ziggler, you know Cena's gonna win. You know that shit's going to happen. But if like Ziggler won and then they screwed Ziggler out of the belt, it fucking adds more to Ziggler because hey, at least he showed he beat fucking John Cena in a match. So yeah, man, would help out. Would be cool to do.
Yep.
It would. Matt Gochi asks, if Mick Foley was at his prime, do you think a feud between him and Bray Wyatt would work? Oh yeah,
it would have worked.
Huh?
It'd work.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Two great talkers going at it. You know, Mick Foley would be able to get the best out of Bray Wyatt, especially in a physical match. Yeah, absolutely.
Put him over very good. You know, but yeah, I say yes. I say that would be a very good match back in the day, maybe back in the 90s, if anything. If Bray was around that time period, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel.
My question is, would you rather see him face Mankind as Mankind or Dude Love or Cactus Jack?
Oh, Mankind for sure. Mankind and fucking Bray Wyatt, those gimmicks are pretty similar if you ask me.
Mankind from 96, right? Or 96 Mankind, right?
Yeah, not the Mankind that's all like fucking making the sock puppet. Like that Mankind when he first came into the WWF at the time. The Gochi Man asks, why did Vince McMahon make Raw go 3 hours in the first place when they couldn't even put on a good 2-hour show? I don't know, man. I haven't watched a full episode of Raw since last year because of how hard it is to sit through. Usually I'll just skip to the main event or just read the important results online because everything besides the main event is filter. But even the main events sometimes aren't even that good. How did you sit through Raw every week?
I take naps in between. When there is a Divas match, I go take a walk or to the bathroom or, you know. But me, I watch in between segments, you know. I try to. It's not easy, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
For the first part, why did Vince make Raw go 3 hours? Money. Yeah, the extra revenue you get from ads just for that having that other hour, yeah, money. And how do I sit through it every week? YouTube friends. I talk to Gold Standard 000 every Raw. That's our tradition. We watch Raw together and we kind of just laugh at the stupidity sometimes. So it helps when you have people to laugh with. And Twitter helps me out too.
I gotta jump in that one day, but that's around the point.
Yeah,
me, as of late, I've been posting memes.
Yeah, I post memes. Hey, I called that Luke Harper shit on your show, and I was joking around. I was like, I don't know, fucking Luke Harper. It's like all of a sudden it was the title.
Hey, exactly. I remember this past Monday they had the Grumpy Cat. I posted a meme that was actually used by Solid Monster Sound Off. So.
Oh yes, nice.
Hey, what can I say?
Hey, Solid Monster's badass. Everyone check him out.
I do, yeah. I have actually downloaded every episode to an extent, but that's around the point though. But I think though, again, you know, that's what you gotta do though. Do something, you know, or do what you gotta do for 3 hours. You know, now for those of you out there who really sit there for 3 hours glued to the TV watching Raw, how do you do it? We'll never know.
Yeah, exactly. Like without people to talk to, I don't watch it that much. Joe Juicy, he asked a really hard one, Steven. What is your favorite WCW, ECW, TNA, and ROH matches? All right, let me go with this one. WCW, Steven, what's your favorite match?
Let's take it back to the old days, man.
Oh.
Steamboat versus Ric Flair, 2 out of 3 falls from '89.
Okay. Mine is Sting versus Vader in '91. That's my favorite WCW match. I like that one. Fucking amazing. Vader underrated.
Big Man Vader.
Yeah, Big Van Vader. They messed him up. ECW. What's your favorite ECW match?
I'll be honest, I didn't watch so much ECW growing up back in the day, but if I'm to pick one, I guess I would say. Raven versus Tommy Dreamer.
Okay. I liked Taz versus Sabu. That was a fucking good one. The one, even though it was kind of disappointment to a lot of ECW fans, just the rivalry and how epic the intro was and everything like that. Yeah. TNA. Oh, this one's easy. TNA Unbreakable 2005. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels.
Actually, speaking of that,
oh, did you get the DVDs from the Shop TNA?
Oh, wrong one.
Gotta watch that unboxing video later.
Yeah, I'm expected to do more. I don't know yet. Still thinking about it, depending on my budget. But bam!
Yes, from that event, Unbreakable 05, Raven versus Rhino, dog collar match.
Also here on this match, we also had the triple threat match: Samoa Joe, Styles, and Daniels. They were saying TNA's best match of all time, but hey,
that's my. I agree with that. That match was fucking killer.
Exactly. The good old days. When I watch back, I'm like,
how did it mess us up? Yeah. And now people understand. Like I always tell people, go watch old TNA. There's a reason why I don't like this company that much anymore. If you watch old TNA, you will see my frustration.
It's like, yo, take me back to the old days, you know?
Yeah,
take me back to the days, you know? But to me, my favorite TNA match, I guess, would have to be, that. Or if not, anything AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels.
Or runner-up for me, Turning Point 04, fucking Triple X versus LAX.
Oh, that's
okay.
They got them the DVD. They got them the DVD. They have that on one of the DVD that I bought. The part where Elix Skipper just walks on top of the cage and shit like it was nothing.
It was Best of Bloodiest Brawls, right? It was on that DVD?
No, it was Ultimate Matches, pretty much.
Ultimate Matches? Okay. Yeah, no, that match is just fucking great. Mr. Juice, and ROH, Joe versus Punk 2.
I would say, well,
I don't want. That was like when I watched Ring of Honor. But yeah,
I would say Joe versus Punk, but also from matches I've seen, when I got into the product, I would say Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Best in the World 2012, Hybrid Style Rule. It was like an MMA type of thing where it was knockout or submission, but yeah. Or Young Buck versus Red Dragon, Best in World of the World.
Redr Agin.
Yeah,
that's what I call them. Redr Agin.
Who are now currently the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
Oh, they won those, huh?
Yeah, they did.
Good for them.
Making moves, man. They're making moves.
And that Kyle O'Reilly, he's also the PWG champion, if I'm correct, right?
Apparently, that might change it up because apparently Ring of Honor is doing something to it to not have their talents under contract do independent shows anymore, like PWG.
Why?
I have no. I think you might think about it. I don't agree with it, but at the same time, I understand why they're doing it.
They'll still be able to do New Japan, right?
I don't know. They don't want to do a lot of indie. Like, I get why they're doing it. I get why, because they're trying to become a mainstream company. They're trying to become one.
Yeah.
Right. At the same time, you want to make sure that your talent who are under contract don't get hurt or injured on other shows. I get that, but at the same time, you're not making that much money on Ring of Honor. Let's face it here, unless you're Jay Briscoe or anything like that. But it kind of sucks from a financial standpoint if you're a wrestler under contract. You're not making quote unquote 6 figures.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that does kind of suck. I don't like that, man. I think that's what makes some of these into. Yeah, that's terrible. Mr. Juicy asks, do you watch The Flash, Gotham, Arrow, and Agents of Shield? I only watch Gotham and Arrow out of those two. Arrow's awesome. Agents of
Yeah.
Shield, I find that highly overrated by a lot of fans. Like that's just me. I don't like it all that much. I just think it's like it just doesn't feel like Shield to me. And if you read the comics, you'll know what Shield feels like. It doesn't feel like Shield to me. Arrow's sick, Gotham's sick, Flash. I don't know. I don't really like Flash all that much. Like there's the character that much. I should say. I mean,
The only shield I know is Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima. That's the only shield I. That's the only shield I know. But I mean, nah, not really big on those shows.
Yeah, so
I'm
I
not
only
big
watch Gotham and Arrow.
I'm not big on spinning off heroic shows. Just not. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
So leave it to the cartoon, in my opinion.
John Cool asks, why does WWE give some of these black wrestlers those dumb black stereotype gimmicks? What's next?
Again, another stereotype question.
Everyone always asks these questions for me. It's like these Q and A guys. They always like ask the same kind of like the same questions sometimes. A fat black guy that likes to eat fried chicken with hot sauce and orange juice. Oh god, that.
Well, we had someone like that back, a white guy, Bashing Booger.
Yeah, Bastion Booker. But I don't know. Vince is racist. That's the only answer to that one. Vince is racist. Greg Toomer asked, if The Rock was fully black, then do you think still Vince McMahon would have still pushed him? Or do you think Vince McMahon would have just kept him in the mid-card even though he had talent? And why does Rock not mention his black heritage? I don't know why The Rock doesn't mention his black heritage. He only mentions his Samoan heritage, but I don't know why he doesn't mention his black heritage whatsoever. And I think even though The Rock I think The Rock could have pushed that border and would have been the first full black champion. So yes, because I think he was really talented. You know, he was talented in all assets in professional wrestling. It wasn't like The Rock was just a good in-ring guy. No, he was also a good in-ring guy, good promo guy, good market guy. He was everything you want in a superstar. So I think even if he was full black, there would be some hurdles that you had to overcome, but I think he would have overcame them.
Absolutely.
I don't think he would have gotten as pushed as fast. Like I don't think we would be naming him the Deadly Games winner in 1998. That's just me.
Of course.
That's what it's called, Deadly Games, right? At Survivor Series, it was the Deadly Games.
Which one? That tournament where Rock won the title?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I think it
was.
I
think it was called Deadly Games. The Real Hill asks, what did you think of Stone Cold Steve's Austin theme that he had from the band Disturbed? Oh, that's one of my favorite Austin themes. I love Disturbed as it is. Like Disturbed is one of my favorite heavy metal bands, and so some of their newer stuff is not that good, but that fucking theme was just fucking sick, dude. I love that theme. Like that theme and the current theme that he has now. Those are my two favorite Stone Cold themes, followed by his Invasion theme. That one. So
yeah, that was a good theme song. You know, God, it's a good ass theme. This is regular theme with words and just revamped pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Josh Chambers asks, has there ever been a black wrestler in the WWE that wasn't given a stupid stereotype gimmick?
Yeah, Bobby Lashley.
No, he became angry black man when he was in the main event. Remember, he was always angry at Cena. He just didn't like Cena, so he became an angry black guy gimmick.
I would say, early on, I think Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, but they kind of just labeled him as the prospect athlete, like ESPN does for all the black athletes.
The coach.
Okay, the coach is first of all, his name was Coach and he was black. Like, that's stereotypical. And his theme song, I got a ball outside, like, boy, big boy, break it. Everybody wants to see. Now the world is watching me. I'm like,
Orlando Jordan.
Yeah, I guess.
At first, and
Yeah. Then became a slave to JBL. So no, I don't think so. Slapnuts 2000 asks, what if WWE had Heath Slater wear a replica WWE Championship belt and pretend he's a main eventer by squashing midget wrestlers that are a parody of other big name wrestlers? For me, I think it'd be a good comedy segment. Yeah, that'd be actually hilarious and a good use of Heath Slater's talents. So yeah, why not? Why not do something like that? Why not? You let someone get a good rub, and then you have it where he does face a main eventer and he gets his ass squashed. That'd be fucking amazing. That'd be a good gimmick.
Absolutely. I can see it now.
Yeah.
You the 3MB theme, so I'm a 3-man band. He's a 3-man band. And,
Yeah.
now he's a 1-man, but
Hey, honestly, even more, he's a 3-man band. He's like the WWE champion. He's a rock star, and he's a wrestler. Like, that'd just be perfect. Yes, amazing. I would love it. Final Limits asks, what if Tito Ortiz showed up randomly in the stage in every match of Raw and just stands there with his arms crossed without any commentators even mentioning his name, like he's not even there, and just leaves the matches at the end? That'd be more funnier than anything else they're doing right now in WWE. That's good comedy.
Exactly. Just have him, it's like Adam Rose in the fucking
Bunny.
Rosebud. They're all partying. You just see him like.
You just see Tito like this, like. Yes, book it. I love Watermelon525 asks, do you love Tito Ortiz or something? Yeah, well, Tito's one of my favorite MMA fighters of all time. So, yeah.
I grew up on Tito.
I love Tito. So
I just wish he retired from the sport.
Agreed. So yeah, I do love Tito. Nintendo Fanboy 1998 asks, what if WWE had Scott Steiner's music playing on the start of Raw while someone's cutting a promo in the opener, but instead of Steiner coming out, WWE trolls the fans and have Tito Ortiz comes out cross-armed.
Hey, that's got JBL. That's Tito Ortiz, one of the best fighters in the world, man. Come on, Cole.
Come on, Michael. It's Tito Ortiz.
Come on, Michael. Come on, Michael. I love it. These fans are on their. I love it. Look at him twerking. He's twerking. Yeah.
The bull's twerking, Michael.
The bull's twerking, Michael. The bull's twerking.
Oh god, the freaking. I'd be pissed off though because then my boy Scott Steiner's not coming out there. Bubblegum favorite steroids asks, what if you were eating at a restaurant and all of a sudden the lights went out, shitty music started to play, and then the lights came back on, and there was Tito Ortiz standing on the entrance of the restaurant.
Whose theme song?
The Tito Ortiz's shitty theme song.
Yeah. Tito Ortiz's shitty theme song?
Yeah, that he had in TNA.
Oh, wow.
Like, oh no, there was Tito Ortiz standing at the entrance of the restaurant with his arms crossed. Everybody
like
then he walked him and started eating again.
He'd be like, you gonna finish that cornbread? No.
He's like, I just love the part where he's like, then everyone ignores him and starts eating again.
Word. No one's giving a shit. All you hear is the forks hitting the plate. Ching, 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 ching.
Pielton Nilton asks, is Ortiz your favorite MMA fighter? No.
Yeah, one of my favorites. Yeah, well, I grew up on
But he's not my favorite of all time. My favorite of all time is Rich Franklin.
Mine is, unfortunately he got dropped a couple weeks ago. Mauricio Shogun Hua.
Yeah, Shogun was badass. Justin Side asks, what if you went into your backyard one day and ran face to face with Tito Ortiz and he said nothing to you? I would try to get him to say something. You have to add in shitty arms crossed. Like that's how you know it's about arms crossed Tito Ortiz. He's like no one gave a shit that he came.
Imagine a video game. If someone did a call of Tito Ortiz, like that'd be the screen pose, like
yeah, his arms crossed, like Tito Ortiz. I hope any of you guys, if you ever see Tito Ortiz, or if you're go to a Bellator fight, do this for me. Do this with your arms crossed and go Tito Ortiz, just for me. just so that way he knows that I'm a big fan.
Wear a punishment shirt too, like Tito.
Yeah. Tito.
Will you sign my DVD Hard Justice 2005? You're on the cover of it. What the fuck? What?
Oh yeah, he was on the cover of that poster.
Put him in the TNA Hall of Fame. Put him in the Hall of Fame.
Alrighty then. So
give him the world title. Give him the world title. No, hell no, don't go that far.
All right, guys. So we're gonna go through your questions that you guys have left in the comments section. You guys are free to add more questions. Just know that we're going to wrap this up. Not pretty soon, but soon. So we're just gonna answer the questions as fast as we can to get to all of those who have left comments throughout the show. But just know, if we don't get to your question, I apologize. If you did ask one and we had to wrap this up, just know that it's a Wednesday. We have school. So it's not like it's a weekend where we can just make this go long and Bruce splits it.
And Impact about to be Impact, the final episode. You know what I'm saying? Hey, gotta tune in. You know what I'm saying? Gotta tune in.
All right. Chris Bandicoot asked, "Do you like the Wii U?" I don't play
I don't
it,
have
so
it.
no.
Yeah, I don't play it. I don't own
Can't
it.
really give it a
I'm sure it's a good work. I'm sure it's a good workout. You know.
No, the Wii U is like the opposite of the Wii. It has like it's just controllers and shit. Final Limits asked the same question we kind of answered earlier about the next gen consoles, and we both said probably PS4 soon enough. Chris Bandicoot also asked, "What are your thoughts on the Devil's Third for the Wii U single player trailer and multiplayer trailer?" I don't have a Wii U, so I don't really care about that game.
Exactly.
Slapnuts 2000 asked, "Who is the most underrated heel ever?" Ooh.
Good question.
Bad News Brown goes into that category.
Bad News Brown, of course. Bad News Brown. I would say Ravishing Rick.
Ravishing Rick Rude, I think, is completely underrated. So yeah, I agree with that one.
Rick Martel back when he was the model gimmick.
Yeah, Rick Martel.
That's a good question here.
Half a strike force, Rick Martel.
Yeah, there you go.
Girls and Cars. Girls and Cars, baby. That's the best fucking theme song ever.
Yeah. Good question. Damn, you know.
Current day, I think Seth Rollins currently.
Paul Orndorff. Paul Orndorff was another underrated heel.
Yeah, Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful. Shame that he never got a reaction. That one Raw. Yeah.
Imagine, can you imagine now? Instead of Paul Orndorff came out with Mr. Wonderful, it's Tito Ortiz with his arm cut in the roll. Mr. Wonderful, like.
No one cares. Just like Tito's debut. Fucking love it, dude. Seth Rollins currently, I would say he's a kind of underrated heel. I don't think a lot of people appreciate some of it. Like, I feel the WWE's been booking him well. If you go with current day, but that's not saying much. Bobby Lashley, you can see in that championship run. I thought he was kind of underrated. I'm just throwing current guys in there.
Austin Aries being undefeated X-Division champion.
Yeah.
Back 2012. That's a good one too. I'd say too. I don't know.
Yeah, so I can't think of that much current guys, but we did some older guys from you. Slapnuts 2000.
Maybe Jeff Jarrett. There you go, Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett.
Never mind.
Jeff Jarrett, mid TNA, I would say, yeah, but WCW, I don't know. I didn't think he was that big of a heel, but mid TNA, like early days of TNA, yeah. Stephen Reigns asked, "Do you think a stipulation added that if Cena team loses, they all get fired makes Team Cena versus Authority more predictable?" It was already predictable enough that Team Cena was going to win. Now you just made it even fucking worse.
Exactly. Now that what's it called? With Stephanie being pregnant, you already know, yeah, she's gonna step away for a while.
She got pregnant?
Yeah, she's pregnant, yeah. And the baby's gonna be Tito Ortiz, man. The arms coming out of the womb. Like this, like but I'm serious though.
But she really is pregnant though?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm dead ass, yeah. You gonna see Triple H holding the baby like Tito Ortiz, like
oh god.
Nah, but she really is pregnant though. She's pregnant though. She apparently, I think she's in the early stages of pregnancy. Early stages, so most likely after Survivor Series. To be written off TV. It's a shame because we could have seen AJ leave for Stephanie, but we're seeing that no more.
Yeah, exactly. So, congratulations to Stephanie McMahon for having a baby.
Congrats too.
The Authority. It was already a predictable match enough, but you just kind of are just saying don't watch the main event. Now that's the thing. You're overstacking this match's stipulation. You know, like you could have just left it the way it is. Like, why did you need to add that stipulation? Now you're just telling me, hey, we don't have to watch, like this main event that much. You know who's going to win.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
Lace Up Graveyard asks, what if Santino returned as Santina and beat AJ Lee for the Divas Championship and ended her career since rumors say she wants to retire soon? I wouldn't be against that. That would actually be funny. I like Santina. I thought it was actually a funny gimmick.
Me too.
Wasn't that big of a fan of it, but it was funny for what it was. Oh, but I don't think AJ Lee's leaving anytime soon.
I think what's gonna happen. I mean, I think what's happening is she's gonna take time off, and that's it. Just coming back for
Yeah.
WrestleMania time, and
Yeah, if anything, it's time off. She can do it. Like, I don't think she's leaving. Like, honestly, I think they're gonna keep her. So, I think she's staying too. What else is she gonna do? Oh, she opened up her new website. Oh, good for her.
she's going to be, making babies with that quitter. I'm sure they'll raise little quitters.
I know they don't even want to get born. They quit out. They quit out during pregnancy. That's how much of quitters they are. They're just like, fuck this shit. I don't want to get out of the womb. Stay in there. Read 19. Read 19 asks, are you all surprised that R-Truth hasn't been added to the New Day, considering WWE also gave him a new stereotypical black preacher gimmick in the commercials during the Hell in Cell pay-per-view last year? No, I'm not that surprised, because R-Truth is kind of an older guy, and it's not like you're going to get anything out of him, and plus he's doing other stuff outside the WWE, like he's working on a rap album, and he's just had a baby girl, so I think he's more worried about his family life right now.
Yeah, but then again, WWE, so never say never, right?
Yeah, never say never. Dustin Nunn asks, do you think Ryback should become the next WWE World Heavyweight Champion?
Block him.
I'm not blocking him, Steven, just because you don't like him. He has not done anything to me.
I'll say that right now. Watch. He'll keep saying that. Watch next. He's seen Cara. How about this? He'll be next WWE champion when you get laid. How about that? There you go.
Do you think Ryback should become the next World Heavyweight Champion? At this current time, I could see it happening. I think he's a better option than Roman Reigns at this moment of time. That's just my personal opinion.
The big guy.
So yeah, I could see Ryback as the next champion.
Big guy signing checks.
Final Limits asks, what happened to your boy Loney Low? I blocked him. That's all I gotta say. He was that racist on my channel that called the black people monkeys. So I blocked him because he pissed me off, and he was just spamming my video saying monkey, 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 like he thought he was being a civil person when he could have just messaged me like a man, but instead he wanted to be a troll. So you want to be a troll like that and be a racist? Get off my fucking channel.
Same thing like the other guy that doesn't you a question, Same thing like him. Hey, want to talk smack to me, speak that rah-rah. Don't think I'm not going to know about it, but hey, people tell me stuff. But that's around the point.
Dustin Nunn also asked, ever played Ultimate Street Fighter 4? And nope. Never played Ultimate Street Fighter 4. I'm not a big Street Fighter guy. Mortal Kombat. That's where it's at.
Me? Tekken. That's around the point.
Tekken. That's a good one. That's good.
Back in the day after school.
Reed 19 asks, what if Scott Steiner starred in an apocalyptic movie where he fought off an army of zombie badasses who infect their victims with Dunkin' Donuts?
That look like Tito Ortiz?
Scott Steiner's the only one who is immune to it. Fucking, that'd be the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. This summer, watch as one man, fat asses, fights an army of fat asses. I'm doing him an egg. Scott Steiner survives fat asses. Coming to a theater near you.
This film is not yet rated.
Yeah, no, that film will not be rated.
That film is not yet rated.
James Isabella, what's up to you, my friend? Final Limits asks 2 questions. Thoughts on Havoc's theme song? It's all right. Not my favorite.
It's there.
Final Limits. What wrestlers would make for good Mortal Kombat characters? John Cena, because he has a fatality move instantly. Glacier.
Randy Orton, RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah, that could work. Orton. Glacier. I guess Havoc. She looks like a Mortal Kombat character.
AJ Lee.
No, I don't know. She's too small.
Hey, small. Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Seth Rollins. He dresses like one. So yeah, there you go. Those would be the wrestlers that make good Mortal Kombat characters. Redwood316 asks, who was the one heel you used to hate back in the day when you were a kid? Mine was Triple H. Oh, the one heel I hated as a kid? This is a hard one. Right to Censor. Right to Censor I legitimately hated, dude. Right to Censor was fucking annoying. They used to come out The fucking warning, like they're fucking with that
Nah,
stupid ass.
the one segment that pissed me off years ago, right? They did a SmackDown for SmackDown X, right?
Hmm.
And the cat got on top of the stage. She wanted to take off her clothes. She was about to let it all out. And just when she was about to expose the puppies, they came and just fuck.
Right to censored, man, dude.
And
That was a good gimmick.
they had that legendary feud, Stevie Richards, Jerry Lawler, where if Jerry Lawler would have won, the cat would have taken it all off and shit. After that,
so,
never seen it again.
so right to censor is one guys that heels that I hated when I was a kid. Who else? Kurt Angle was kind of annoying a little bit, but I didn't think he was too bad of a character. And
X Factor.
Everyone hated X-Pac. X-Pac as a singles guy was just annoying as fuck.
Let's see here.
Vince I hated. That's why I like Austin.
Vince, yeah, exactly. Damn, Isaac Yankem.
Oh, that was a bad one. But if there was like just one heel that I just fucking despise, I would say actually, you know what? I was a kid during his title reign, but I kind of knew wrestling was a work, but I still hated him. JBL. JBL would have to be that one heel I liked. I hated every time he came out and be like, "It's morning a day, the new bells are ringing." Like, oh god, shut up.
Exactly.
All right, we have time for a couple more questions, so send them in quick, and I'll answer them. Thank you, Steven, for doing this. As we chug on to finish off the Q and A, as Gochi Man asked, "What did you think about Shelton Benjamin's gold standard gimmick?" Hated it. Oh yeah, he's the gold standard. He's money. Shelton Benjamin. He didn't.
And then Jack Swagger buried him. Was like, I guess they call me that. You call me the new gold standard and shit when he won the world title.
And then like he fucking had bleach blonde hair. It's like, oh god, no, fuck.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
call me the new gold standard.
And who would call a white guy a gold standard anyways? Like, that would just be weird. That'd be fucking weird. Let's see. Do we have any more questions from people? Matt Gochi asks, "What's X-Pac heat?" X-Pac heat is the term where someone sucks and they don't get good heat. They get X-Pac heat, which means get the fuck out of my TV heat. That's what X-Pac heat is.
Exactly.
It's not good heat. It's bad heat. It's bad to have X-Pac heat. You don't want X-Pac heat. You want the heat where people actually pay to see get your ass kicked, not want to boo you out the building and say,
"Yep,
sayonara, see you, bye."
That's right. That's right.
So yeah.
I remember that was something that he had X-Pac as a guest, and he was walking in New York just from Santa Claus saying, "X-Pac sucks. X-Pac sucks."
All right, and this will be the final question because I think it's fitting. James Isabel asked, "Are you guys excited about Survivor Series?" Sorry if you guys answered already. Oh no, we did not answer this question already. Steven, are you excited about WWE Survivor Series this Sunday live on the WWE Network, which, by the way, is free?
And not in the UK, though.
Not in the UK.
Burn. Yeah.
Sorry, UK fans. We still love you.
We do. We love the UK. But I think overall, am I excited about it? Am I going, oh my god, I cannot wait my bonkers for it? No, because you know what? If I miss it, I can rewatch on the WWE Network. But you never know. Never say never, man. I mean, the card, is it enthusiastic? No. Is it boring? Fuck yeah. But it could end up being a good show. You know what I mean? Which, by the way, I'll be streaming after the pay-per-view. So,
Maybe I'll jump on after I film my review.
Swing on through.
Shit. My headphones, as I was trying to stretch, fell out there. Alrighty then. So, am I excited for it? No. Nothing can get me excited for this pay-per-view. I feel they've done a bad job with a lot of the storylines and a lot of the feuds. I saw they added a new match today, and it was Team Paige and Team Alicia Fox. And that should be me saying, when I see a match like that be made for Survivor Series, a traditional 4-on-4 elimination for the Divas.
Can I ask who's on Team Paige, who's Alicia Fox?
Team Paige is Paige, obviously being team captain. Summer Rae, Layla, and Cameron. While Team fucking Alicia Fox is Natalia, Alicia Fox being the captain, and Naomi and someone else. I can't remember who the other person is.
So you have in Team Paige.
Oh, Emma's on Team Alicia Fox.
Who was that one guy that you just mentioned it from Team Paige? Say that again.
All right, Team Paige is Paige, Cameron,
Ugh.
Summer Rae, and Layla, and Team Alicia Fox is Alicia Fox, Natalia, Emma, and Naomi.
And you're gonna tell me that Natalia is not the captain of that team?
Yeah, it makes no sense to me. But Paige and Alicia Fox feuding, and when I see a match like that be added, I should be saying, good. That's a great way to build women in the women's division, blah, blah, blah. I should be happy that a match like that's added. But I went on and I saw that match be added, and I saw it and I said, why? This is stupid. I'm happy. Good for the girls. They're getting a paycheck. Good for you girls. You're getting a Survivor Series paycheck. I'm proud of y'all. But
hell yeah.
I'm just sitting there and saying to myself, why? Why do I care that this is going on? The Paige and Alicia Fox feud has not been interesting whatsoever. They haven't done anything to make me care that these two girls are being team captains for a traditional Survivor Series match. Like I said, I should be looking at that match, and instead of being angry that it's happening or not caring that it's happening, I should be happy that it's happening. But I'm not happy because it's just so lazy. So lazy. I don't care about
I guarantee you the first elimination happens in under like 10 minutes. Oh, so you're trying to tell me you got time to give a Divas Survivor Series, but you don't have time to put Cesaro in Team Authority.
Yeah, you don't have time to put, think about this, Steven. Cameron is on the pay-per-view, but not Cesaro.
That's some bullshit.
Oh, yeah, the debut of the new Fandango. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit that Fandango is re-debuting?
At Survivor Series?
Yeah. He's the pre-show. He's re-debuting at the pre-show.
Oh, boo on the pre. Who cares about the pre-show, man?
And then, when I look at the other matches, it's like, on paper, will they be good matches? Absolutely. I'm pretty sure. Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, that's going to be a good match on paper. 5-on-5, I can guarantee you that match could actually surprise some people. I just don't care about the feuds at all. Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose has been rushed and boring and been built up on SmackDown, and I'll get into that on a later date. Pretty much my Survivor Series preview and predictions, which will be tomorrow on this channel. And what's that other match that I was going to talk about? I'm drawing a blank. The 5-on-5, guaranteed that could be a good match. I ain't denying that, but I just don't really care about who wins because I already know who wins.
Exactly.
And then the Divas title match, I don't care at all.
Exactly. Absolutely.
It's just, there's a lot of matches I'm just not emotionally invested in. A lot of feuds I'm not invested in. And if you are, that's good for you. Just know that's just me. I'm just not emotionally invested in any of these feuds. They haven't done a good job for me to be emotionally invested. It's like I'm only watching Survivor Series just based off the fact that I like pro wrestling, and I'm probably not going to be doing anything that Sunday night. But if I had friends that called me and said, hey, Chase, want to go hang out this Sunday night? I'd probably go hang out with them and watch Survivor Series later on.
Or if not, if Tito Ortiz came to your door with his arms folded like this, blocking your way, yo, let me leave. And you try to go to the back door, but hey, it's Tito Ortiz.
How the fuck did you get down there? He's like, he doesn't even talk or anything. Well, thank you, Steven, for coming in and doing this with me. Thank you, guys, for sending in your questions for the live Q&A and for the Q&A. Friday, I'll be back with another Q&A, and I apologize. There's a bunch of people who ask questions that I can probably get through really, really quickly. I'll just be nice and get through these really, really quickly. When I mean quickly, it's going to be short answers that you guys might be pissed off about. So let's get started with these quick rapid fire ending the Q&A portion off. Legs Up Graveyard asks, if you could have any wrestlers in your class in school, who would they be and why? Most of the Divas roster, so I can check them out.
Me too.
All right. Read 19 asks, if there was a wrestler, I would to answer that question seriously, John Cena, because John Cena would teach me the ways, man. Read 19 asks,
me Bray Wyatt.
Okay, you and Bray Wyatt be homies. Read 19 asks, who in their prime will pull off the best politics to win an elimination match? Hogan, Triple H, Austin, Rock, Hart, Michaels, Flair, Cena, and Orton. Hogan wins all the time.
Hogan, absolutely. Drop all the way.
And James Isabel ask the final ones. Who do you think will win their first game, the 76ers or the Raiders? Two different sports. The Raiders still have a chance to win at least one game, but I would have to say the 76ers because they play more nights than the Oakland Raiders. And that wraps up the Q&A. Thank you, HeelSteven, for
My
coming on
pleasure.
here. If
My
you guys want to
pleasure.
check him out, all his links are in the description box down below. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can at ChaseOffer68. I'll see you guys all next time for my Survivor Series preview and prediction, which I got to start filming soon because there's a lot I have to talk about when it comes to the show. So, yeah, I'll see you all soon for that video. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you, Andre, for giving me a little favorite on this live Q&A. Or
Corbeil?
I guess, yeah.
No.
Yeah, he favored when you said
The
it.
homie. Yeah, it's the homie, man. The
So
homie.
thank you, Andre, for showing some love, and I'll answer all the questions that you guys left me on Twitter on the Friday Q&A. So have yourselves a good day. Don't do anything stupid tomorrow. That's all I gotta say. Steven, do you have anything else to say?
Well, Chase, as always, man, it's been a pleasure. Thank you once again, and it's been fun. It's been amazing, answering these questions, even the funny ones.
Tito Ortiz, man.
Tito Ortiz, man. Hashtag Tito Ortiz.
Hashtag Tito Ortiz.
Tito, yep. Can imagine now at school. Imagine Michelle coming like Tito Ortiz.
Tito Ortiz.
Yep.
That's how we're gonna end this off.
Exactly.
Tito Ortizing. This is the new Tito Ortiz. Arm swole that's just like.
Want to follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/HeelSteven. I do wrestling videos, sometimes some combat sports, and sometimes some cooking videos or some random shit out there, but it is what it is, people. And check out the T-Meal Podcast every Friday at 11 p.m. on the T-Meal Podcast YouTube channel, youtube.com/T-Meal Podcast.
Yeah, I pop in every once in a while on there.
He does, yes, he does. He pops in once in a while.
Yep. Alrighty then. So I'll see you all next time. Enjoy your guys' night. Hope you guys enjoyed the live Q&A. Peace.